Hey everyone, welcome back to BikeBeat, your home for honest, detailed two-wheeler reviews and everything that rides on two wheels. Today, we're talking about one of the most loved scooters in India, the Honda Activa. And this isn't just any Activa, it's the latest 2025 Honda Activa 7G. Yes, it's finally here, and there's a lot more going on beneath the surface than you might think. So whether you're considering an upgrade or buying your very first scooter, stick around, because this one might just be the best Activa yet. Let's get something out of the way first. The Activa is a household name. For many, it's not just a scooter, it's the first vehicle in the family, the most trusted ride, the daily commuter that never complains. Since its launch back in 2001, Honda has sold millions of Activas, and every generation has played it safe but smart, retaining reliability while improving slightly with each version. But with the 7G, Honda has taken a slightly bolder step forward, especially when it comes to technology and design. Now, when you first look at the Activa 7G, you'll see a familiar silhouette. That typical upright stance, the clean metal body, and the wide comfortable seat are all still there, and honestly, that's a good thing. Because it's what makes the Activa appealing to such a wide audience. But look closer, and you'll notice some welcome tweaks. The front apron has a more aerodynamic flow now, with sleeker integrated LED DRLs and sharper indicators. The headlamp unit remains LED, and it looks better integrated into the handlebar cowl. At the rear, the tail lamp cluster has been slightly redesigned to look more premium, almost inspired by the larger Honda scooters from overseas markets. Where things get more exciting is under the skin. Honda has introduced the second-gen version of their SmartKey system, and it works brilliantly. Just walk up to your scooter with the key fob in your pocket, and it unlocks. You can also start the engine without inserting any key, and there's a new engine immobilizer system, too, something you typically see in cars. And yes, you can now even locate your scooter in a parking lot using the SmartKey remote. Press the button, and the scooter will blink and beep so you can spot it easily. For people in metro cities who often park in crowded basements or large office lots, this is incredibly useful. The other major upgrade is the new fully digital instrument cluster. That's right, finally, Honda has ditched the semi-digital layout and gone full digital. It now displays real-time mileage, distance to empty, trip meters, average fuel consumption, and even Bluetooth-based smartphone notifications for calls and messages. No, it doesn't support turn-by-turn navigation like some competitors yet, but it's still a big step forward for the Activa lineup. The screen is clear, legible even in daylight, and adds a much-needed touch of modernity. Now, let's talk about performance. The Activa 7G continues to use the same tried-and-tested 109.51 cubic centimeters single-cylinder engine, but it's now BS 6.2 compliant and features Honda's enhanced Smart Tumble technology, or ESTT, in short. What that means in real-world terms is smoother throttle response and slightly better fuel efficiency. The power and torque figures remain modest, about 7.8 PS and 8.9 Nm, but that's more than enough for city riding. In fact, the way this engine delivers its torque low-down makes it extremely convenient for bumper-to-bumper traffic. And with Honda's ACG silent start system, there's no starter motor noise, it just comes to life quietly and cleanly. Out on the road, the Activa 7G feels just like its predecessor in terms of ride quality, which is to say, it's extremely comfortable for daily commutes. The telescopic suspension at the front and three-step adjustable shock at the rear do a decent job of absorbing rough roads and potholes. Honda hasn't changed the basic chassis geometry, but the scooter now gets a 12-inch front wheel on the higher trims, especially the Deluxe and H Smart versions. This makes a real difference in terms of stability at higher speeds. The rear wheel remains 10 inches, which is a bit of a letdown, but it's a compromise made for packaging and cost. In terms of braking, you get drum brakes at both ends, but with Honda's Combi brake system or CBS, which ensures the front brake is partially applied when you press the rear. This makes braking safer for newer riders who may not use both brakes instinctively. There's still no front disc brake option, something many rivals like the TVS Jupiter or Hero Some now offer in their top variants. That being said, the braking performance is adequate for a scooter in this segment. Fuel efficiency has always been a strength of the Activa, and the 7G takes it even further. Thanks to the new ESTT system, the claimed mileage is around 60 to 63 kilometers per liter. In real-world testing, depending on traffic and riding style, you can expect around 50 to 55 kilometers per liter, which is impressive. Combine that with a fuel tank capacity of 5.3 liters and you're looking at a range of nearly 280 to 300 kilometers on a full tank, perfect for weekly commutes without worrying about refueling often. Let's move on to practicality, because this is where the Activa really shines. You get an external fuel filler cap now, located at the back just above the tail lamp. That means you don't have to get off or lift the seat every time you want to refuel. It's a small change but makes a big difference. Under the seat, you've got about 18 liters of storage, enough for a half-face helmet or your daily groceries. There's also an optional USB charger inside the underseat storage area, which is handy for people who use their phones for navigation or music on the go. The floorboard is flat and spacious, and that's something taller riders will appreciate. You can easily carry a backpack or shopping bag on the footboard. There's also a small open hook near the seat and a retractable one under the handlebar, for hanging bags or tiffin boxes. Little touches, but all add up when you use the scooter every day. Now let's talk pricing, because that's where the Activa usually plays it safe. The base standard variant is priced at around 81,500 Indian rupees ex-showroom. The deluxe goes up to 84,500 Indian rupees, and the top-end H-Smart variant will cost you 89,000 Indian rupees. Yes, it's on the expensive side for a 110 cubic centimeter scooter, especially considering that for around the same price, you can get a 125 cubic centimeters option from other brands. But where Honda justifies this is in long-term reliability, low maintenance, high resale value, and nationwide service support. For many, the peace of mind that comes with an Activa is worth the premium. Of course, competition has caught up. The TVS Jupiter offers a smoother ride and arguably better features in its Smart Sonic variant. The Suzuki Access 125 offers more power and better top-end performance. The Hero Sum brings youthful styling and sharp handling to the table. But what the Activa does better than all of them is balance. It's not the most powerful, not the cheapest, and not the sportiest, but it blends everything so well that it becomes the easiest scooter to recommend to all age groups. The 2025 Honda Activa 7G is not revolutionary, and it doesn't try to be. Instead, it refines what's already working, adds just the right amount of modern features, and continues to build on a foundation of trust and reliability. For daily commuting, short rides around town, and family use, it ticks all the boxes. Whether you're a college student, a working professional, or someone buying a scooter for their parents, the 7G fits all those needs without compromise. To sum it all up, the Activa 7G is a worthy evolution of India's most trusted scooter. With its smart key tech, better efficiency, added digital features, and legendary reliability, it proves why Honda continues to lead in this space. It may not excite the enthusiasts, but for the everyday rider who just wants a scooter that works every time, every day, this is probably the best Activa yet. And that wraps up our detailed review of the 2025 Honda Activa 7G. What do you think about the new features? Is it worth the upgrade from the 6G? Let us know in the comments below. Don't forget to like this video, share it with someone who's looking to buy a new scooter, and of course, subscribe to BikeBeat for more in-depth two-wheeler content every single week. Thanks for watching, and as always, ride safe, ride smart, and we'll catch you in the next one.